Welcome, parents, to the 2020-2021 academic school year and to AP Economics with Mr. Cole. AP Economics is divided into two sections or two semesters. The first semester focuses on microeconomics and the second focuses on macroeconomics. Now, before I jump to show you what those courses involve in terms of skills and content, you might have noticed this pirate flag that I have in the middle of our screen here. And over the course of the year, you may hear references to Pirates of the Equilibrium, to Captain Seagull, which is another of my monikers. And the reason or the story behind that is that the skull and crossbones of a pirate flag look just like the supply and the demand curves for a market equilibrium, market supply and demand graph. And back when the Caribbean, Pirates of the Caribbean were popular, the movies were all coming out, it was one of those little hooks that I used with students, and it just kind of stuck. So that's kind of the origins of all of the pirate references that you may hear from time to time. So as far as the microeconomic and macroeconomic courses go, the skills, they basically divide, the College Board divides the content into skills and content or curriculum. And the skills, which you see here, there's 4 sets of skills: principles and models, interpretation, manipulation, graphing, and visuals. Those are constant. They're the same skills in both halves of the course. You can pause and read through these skills. If you like, I'll scroll down so you can see there's that one that's kind of hanging down there and a little lower than the rest of them in the second column. But those are the skills that are the same across both the micro and macroeconomic courses. And then I'll show you now the particular unit content for the microeconomics course first, because that's what we're doing first semester, and then the content for macroeconomics and the second semester. So as you can see, when it is in the microeconomics portion of our year, the first semester, we're going to be covering 6 different units. Unit 1 on basic economic concepts, Unit 2 supply and demand, Unit 3 production cost and the perfect competition model. Then Unit 4 we get into some of the imperfectly competitive models like monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and then factor markets before finishing up with market failures and the role of government. On the macroeconomics side, again, we have 6 units. You can see that this Unit 1 on basic concept overlaps between the two. So there are some similar building blocks that are used for both courses. Things like scarcity, or as I like to say for my pirate version, scarcity. Unit 2 is economic indicators, business cycle. 3 is income and price determination. The financial sectors, Unit 4. Unit 5, the long run consequences of stabilization, would be monetary, fiscal policies. And then Unit 6, the open economy, international trade and finance. So we would look at like the foreign exchange market and various things like that. You could pause this video at any time or rewind and study some of these units in closer detail. Just real briefly about me. I'm a husband, father, and fisherman. This picture of my wife and I was taken in 2019 in the summer. We just actually this summer celebrated our 35th wedding anniversary. But last 2019 we went out. This is actually Lake Tahoe. We went and visited some childhood friend and stayed with them for several days. In the center, these are my kids. Samantha's the oldest, Olivia and Patrick. Samantha teaches third grade down in Columbus. Olivia and Patrick are both mechanical engineers. And then, of course, my fisherman photo here on the right, taken up in the Georgian Bay, Lake Huron, up Ontario, Canada. Finally, just to wrap things up, the best way to contact me is through email. It's shown on the school website, but for convenience, here it is, cold@bbhcsd.org. If you want to follow what assignments are pending and what your students' progress is, Progress Book is the go-to location. Students will be utilizing Google Classroom throughout the year, but everything that ultimately is done there will be added into Progress Book if it amounts to any kind of graded assignment. So those are my tips. Again, welcome, and look forward to working with your students this year, and have a great rest of your evening.